Mexico City. I'm having a great time. I'm here with Carlos. Carlos, can you say your full name?
I'm Carlos Pineiro. I know the Pineiro is a little bit difficult.
I was going to say Pineiro.
I get it. Pineiro, you know.
And we're at this wonderful new restaurant that Carlos recommended.
Oh, we're getting some cookies.
Yeah.
Gracias. Oh, gracias. Mention vegan, backpack vegan, and you will get nothing from it.
So Carlos said that I needed to check out this place. It wasn't on any of the lists that I had, and he said that I just had to stop by. So we're having breakfast. I have a smoothie, and
Is it mango with?
It's a mango chili.
It's mango with ginger, spinach, goji berry, and goji berry.
Oh yeah, and it's really good. It's really good. So I met Carlos. Was it 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
And I was looking for. I had my vegan list that I always travel with.
No, actually, you were having a food, and I asked you where are you from.
Yeah. No, I was getting brownies.
She doesn't look so Mexican.
So I found this called Gataro was the food stand.
Gatorta.
Gatorta. So I found Gatorta, great Mexican like taco stand, and then I was about to leave, but I had to get my brownies, and then Carlos, what did you say? Where am I from?
So where are you from?
Yeah, where are you from? And then we started talking.
Color.
We started talking, so he basically told me a lot about himself, and he has a really interesting background, and so he agreed to sit down for a few minutes to talk about how he came to veganism and how he became a vegan chef. So this is what this interview is about. So Carlos, can you just give us a brief background of how you became a vegan?
Yeah, brief. I try to be brief because I talk a lot. Everything started, I think, after I moved back. I came back from LA, and I got into a huge depression, and I was dealing.
Of course, we're gonna have to wait now.
Because of the.
Okay, is it stopped? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's stopped. Everything started when I came back from the United States. I got into huge depression because I couldn't go back to the United States. And that got me into spirituality. And also because I was sick and I wanted to heal without medicine, because I've seen family members dying from medicine instead of getting healed, especially diabetes, So do all this, I started to get into spirituality, to heal with Reiki, with I don't know, I just think there's another way to heal yourself instead of just going to hospitals and doctors and medicine over medicine without knowing that if it's going to work or not. And that kind of thinking got me into studying many Buddhism, Zen, Kabbalah, all these types of religions, or how do you say, channels. Mm-hmm. And I started practicing meditation too, very deep meditation. I used to meditate sometimes 2 hours a day. I don't do it anymore, but I do it 20 minutes, 10 minutes a day, or I meditate all day long. Meditation is not only just sitting there and meditation is about being aware of what you say, what you do, what you act, and that comes with time. Mm-hmm. It's just not that you always go and sit, I'm gonna meditate now. Mm-hmm. You can be sitting, having a cup of coffee with a cookie, and just meditate, about what you're saying, being aware of everything. So when I started doing that, I suddenly bumped into a video, a Brazilian documentary about how they produce meat.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I doing? I've seen people killing animals. My grandmother killed a chicken when I was a kid. My parents in Spain, my dad is from Spain, has this tradition to kill the pork every year. So I saw them with a big, huge hammer, smashing all of them like a piñata, you know, the pig. And back in those days, I remember watching it, but not feeling compassion, you know, not feeling, you know, seeing somebody killing an animal that way. It's horrible. And I didn't feel that. I just was like shocked, but had no emotion developed through that. Now, when I study, of course, you know, in physics we say energy doesn't destroy, only transforms. You know, I don't know in Spanish or something like that. It's like English, but, so energy always takes another form, but it will never be destroyed. And we all are energy, and everything we do with that thoughts, actions, and feelings, it's energy. So those animals suffer a lot. All that suffering is energy that gets into the meat, and that's what we eat. We not only eat hormones, and we don't only eat meat that doesn't give us anything to the body. We eat energy that is energy like, how you say, bad, not bad, negative emotions, you know? And because we are intoxicated with all that energy, we cannot feel that from anybody for anything. If we stop killing animals, we're gonna have peace. Because we gotta start with them too, in order for us to have it for us, with that compassion for us. Because we see on the news how they kill animals, the mass shootings in the United States. In Mexico, they kill women, they kill everything too. You know, it's not. I think everywhere in the world there's a lot of these problems, but I think it's less in countries where they are educated on these subjects. And so I started downloading recipes from veganism, started reading books. Brendan Brazier, which I think Marcus Ruckus.
Oh, Marcus Ruckus. Okay.
Ruckus,
the YouTuber.
Yeah. And he's got a book too.
Yeah.
And so
he's raw vegan.
Yeah. And all these videos and books start showing up with a subject I had no idea existed. You know, this has been maybe 4 years that I've been on the subject, and I decided from one day to another to become vegan. Of course, it was a shock for my body, because we are programmed that we need protein, and we need protein, and where the protein comes from. So in our mind, we know that protein only comes from animals and dairy, right? We're not taught that it comes from seeds, it comes from protein, from fruits, because they say, oh, the protein from fruits and vegetables is little. You know, and we have all this program in our head that it's always telling us that is right, this doing this. So when someone like a vegan comes and shows up with this mentality, see, what's their first question from people? Oh,
where do you get your protein?
Where do you get your protein from? Yeah, and they're like, all this because the world is it's built in this way for us to get us sick. That's how this system where we were born and raised is for, to get us sick, to get us poisoned. We're poisoned with happiness. Coca-Cola, you know, I'm sorry about the goal, but the naming, but all this branding sells you happiness, and you consume poison every day as happy, you know, but it's your choice, it's no one else's. So whatever you allow to get into your life is your choice. Whatever is happening to you, it's your choice. And yesterday we were discussing, is it my choice or God's plan? I think there's a balance, because I don't choose to, how you say, I'm working on choosing to be healthy through nature. You know, this is a bowl, you know. but I don't know how to do it. And I think a lot of people want to do that, but they don't know how to do it. And then they get into veganism and they start eating just nuts
they say
and
that
cereals.
veganism made them sick. You hear that a lot. I tried being vegan for a while,
and
then I got sick.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's no program, and we're always dealing with the protein. You need to get nutrients. So the best is raw vegan, but it's difficult because if you don't have the disposition of food like fast and easy, like you get hot dog or McDonald's or whatever, you give up and then you go and eat candy bar, or you eat a cereal, or you eat something, because we're very lazy towards food and vegetables. We're very lazy. We don't like to cook. We don't even have the time sometimes to do it.
So so that brings me to the next question then. Can you talk a little bit about this right here?
Rosamae,
and how you became a chef, a vegan chef.
I didn't know what to do. So I started downloading recipes and everything, and my mom loves to cook and she cooks delicious. So what I did is I asked her, hey, do you want to teach? And we should sell some food together, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, sure, why not? Because my mom has been very depressed and for many years.
Okay.
So she got diabetes, and diabetes emotionally is lack of sweetness in your life. That. And Rosamae, my mom is Rosa Maria Eloisa. It's her three names on this. And Mae in Portuguese is mom. So I wanted to have all that, and it happened. And the mandala, this is a mandala made of roses with the water, with the earth, with the heart. There's a little heart in the middle, and light. So there's always a meaning. I believe in the new logotypes should be mandalas, because there's like this gives you energy. They're made with love. Is what you will radiate. A lot of people get attracted to the logo. This is beautiful. And that's how I became a chef. And then I started developing. I developed 5 courses about everything that I learned in nutrition, reading books. Something that is more complete than just translating yourself into vegan and not knowing what to do. So that's what I actually look with the courses and all the conferences, showing people what they need to know in a little time, because you have a little time of just a little time to tell them yourself.
So with your being a vegan chef, you're actually teaching people how to live a vegan lifestyle. So when you say courses, you're sort of
I talk about this. I talk veganism. I talk about the emotions, illnesses related with emotions. Okay. And I always tell them not to be a vegan atheist. Yeah, I know the word is hard, but once you start converting into spirituality, into something all this positive, you run and want to tell people to convert because this and that. And then you start complaining, and then you start cursing, and then you start like, no, you don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Jesus, I believe in Jesus as a human being, as this huge identity that we built. I think he was like the conferences like now there's all over like Tony Robbins, like all this. I think he was like that. He was just preaching what he lived, what he was standing for, but never trying to convince anybody. He would just go preach, and that's it. And when you talk with the heart, when you're an example, when you set up an example of what is it about, you get more followers. Because people say, "Oh, what do you do? You look great. Your skin, your figure, your whatever, your energy, your attitude. What is it you do to be like that?" Because you gotta pay attention. When you see someone happy all the time, he must be on drugs. That's the first reaction. He must be taking something. He must be doing drugs. No, life is a drug. itself. And we are not designed since we are born to live life as a drug. We are designed to live in drugs to live, to enjoy life. With sugar. Sugar is the first drug in the entire world. And we don't notice that. We don't need sugar at all. We don't need salt at all. We don't need most of the spices that are ingredients that are on glutamate. What is it? Monosodic?
Yeah.
Glutamate.
I know some GSG.
Yes, and the glutamato monosodic.
That's
Spanish,
it. Yeah.
You know?
Okay, that's it.
And we don't know that it's in a lot of like ingredient and natural and consumed daily products, and it's so unhealthy. Splenda and all the sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, they generate cancer. They destroy your brain cells. It's unbelievable all they do, and they know that. They know that. How do they allow the industry to produce products like that? So they know that, and if you think they don't, I'm sorry, but I gotta tell you, they know they're killing you slowly.
So this conversation that you're having now is part of the course.
Yes.
And then, so do you start with this, and then you start with like a vegan lesson? Okay.
There's the theory. Usually it takes 1 or 2 hours. Sometimes I've taken 3 hours of talking, depending on the people and engaging. You know, sometimes I gotta be fast, but I think that if I don't go through this, I've tried to do it less, but I can't. If I don't go through this, people don't get the point. And it's very difficult because people are not used to get all this information so fast. Everything is brand new. There's a lot of people that are already in the spiritual path and they get it. They're vegans too, but they don't know what to do. So there is a rainbow of people in my courses, you know. So what we need to do is the new generations teach them since kids, because then it's gonna be easy for them to choose to do and everything. For us, it's more difficult to change the habits. It's not impossible, but it's more difficult. So when you raise a child without sugar since it's born, then it's no problem for them to have without gluten, without all this stuff. There's a problem for them to crave it, to have it. We crave it because food is attached to a lot of emotions too. And sometimes we have allergies, and sometimes we have problems with food because, for example, allergies, you were not saying you have a nut reaction. And the nut reaction comes because one day you were eating nuts and something happened that emotion, you couldn't explain it, and you ate nuts. Or it's either you couldn't know because you don't know anything. When you are born, you don't know anything. You don't have limits. That's why kids cannot take a poo, they cannot pee, they cannot walk, because there's no limits. Your body is like, I'm falling apart. There's no information. So I call ourselves bioenergetic robots. You know? We work with energy, which is the sun, translated through fruits and vegetables and cereals and seeds. It's all energy transformed into food. This information, it's there. It's all over. It's just gotta feel it. You know, the heart is the answer to everything.
Can you tell us a little bit about the vegan scene in Mexico City? Like, if someone were to come here, what would you recommend that they do to prepare for the scene? Is it good? Is it bad?
I like it.
Certain neighborhoods that they should check out, things like that.
It's growing. It's growing a lot. I think you've noticed there's a lot of good restaurants. We went yesterday to call that Los Gusars, which is like a Japanese Mexican style.
And they're like high-end restaurants as well as like everyday mom and pop kind of restaurants that are.
I was telling her yesterday, we are having a problem with the transformation. We want to emulate meat. All vegans want to emulate, not only here, everywhere in the world, want to emulate meat. and they say chicken, no chicken sandwich. I don't want to eat chicken. Why don't you just say chickpeas or whatever, you know? And we have street tacos, we have tortas, which I suggest to try, but if you live here, not to eat them daily, because we go, again, it's just gluten, it's soy, things that we shouldn't eat as often as we do. Then we have vegan ink, then we have this place, the one that we have, La Pulpa, then we have Los Losers, Forever Vegano, Temikli, which are like nice restaurants with different variation of food. Online, you can find some Rojo Elefante or Pedalea Libre, which you can order online and they bring it to your place. And they have a weekly menu. It's not a place, they just bring it to your house, which is amazing because Pedalea Libre. So Pedalea is when the bike.
Yeah.
You say, with your feet, how do you say Pedalea?
I don't know how to say it.
Biking.
Just like biking?
Yeah. Free biking. And they deliver on bikes, which is amazing. There's a lot of another one that is called Regino's Pizza. It's
very
like,
good.
It's exactly like Domino's, you know, but healthy vegan.
Yeah. And I'm not like, I typically don't eat like vegan cheese and stuff like that, but Carlos recommended this place. I was like, let me just check it out. And I must say that it was very, very tasty.
Did you try it?
Yes, I told you I tried it. Yes, I tried it that night.
Seriously?
Yeah, we tried it that night. Yeah, so it was really, really good. I mean, everything was fresh. The tomatoes, I had the margarita pizza.
Okay.
And the cheese didn't taste like, have you heard of like Daya cheese?
Yeah.
Daya cheese. It was some, I guess do they make their cheese? Because it was
Yeah,
totally
they do
different.
it.
Yeah.
They do it.
So, I was pleasantly surprised.
Like,
it was, it was really good.
I get the
The
flavor.
sauce was really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a Domino's, but well done. You know, like natural, fresh.
Much better than Domino's.
Way much better, but it's the
25
style.
times.
100 times. But it's the consistency, you know?
Yeah.
And there's another one that is called Utopia, but they have like the thin crust. You know,
okay.
it's different too. But they're really tasty too. And I think all this, it's amazing when you have great vegan food. And the best vegan food is when the owners are vegans, because they're conscious, they know what to do, or they investigate to offer the people the best, you know. And now I want to suggest how to create menus with the right balance of the combination of the food is the most important for us to have energy. We need protein, but we need to give the nutrients that the body can build the protein from. The protein, once built, is really difficult for the liver and the kidneys to destroy and to analyze, synthesize.
Yeah, synthesize.
Yeah, so if we give the nutrients, it just goes and forms it and gives it to the body. If we give animal protein, it's so difficult that you need a lot of energy to digest the animal protein, and you're not giving it energy because 70% of what you eat from animal protein is just given away in the process, and then you get 30% of toxins. So this is not explained by the doctors, because most of the doctors don't know that. No.
Yeah.
And sugar and salt is in everything that we eat. We don't need salt. When you cry, when you sweat, it's salty. So you are already salt. You know, we're like an image from the ocean. 3/4 of us is water. The earth is 3/4 of salt water. We're salt water too. So once you start to know this and make all these like comparisons, and you say, well, it's, why am I poisoning the sea? if I am C, if I am the C.
We're all connected.
Yeah.
And that conversation about energy that you were talking about.
It's
earlier.
we're all connected,
Yeah.
and then you want to stop polluting the world because there's no other world. We're not getting into Mars. We're not getting into Jupiter or whatever another planet we want to go. And if we go there, we're gonna do the same.
Okay.
And watch Wall-E. We're going towards that. It's so like Pixar is always telling us messages from the heart, and Wall-E is a portrayal of what we're going through. There's a scene, I don't know if you've seen Wall-E.
I probably had.
Yeah, where all these people are on like wheelchairs with their cell phones and drinking and everything on their chairs, and they're just on a machine, on a huge spaceship doing nothing but eating, and that's it. Because the entire Earth is destroyed and polluted and full of trash. There's nothing to do about it.
Yeah.
And it's very sad because we're doing that. And veganism is not a religion. But everything you do in life is a religion because religion is about habits. You know? Religion is about what you program in your mind, your heart, in your spirit, so you feel happy, you feel loved, you feel in peace. And most of the religions don't preach that. They're segregating, they're separating, oh, she's black, oh, he's Latin, oh, he's white. That's a human, stupid mind. It's not based on heart. And veganism is bringing all people together because first of animals, but you gotta start with you first. And once you start with you, you're gonna understand what all the animals go through. Because the same emotions, they feel that we don't understand them because we don't speak animal. But we feel them. Once you start feeling the world, once you start feeling yourself, your body, you feel an animal. You feel when I have a cat and I talk with him. And I say like, hey, his name is Oreo. Hey Oreo, what's up? And he's like, meow. And I am amazed because he always answers. I don't push her to do it. And that's what I do to say to every vegan. Don't push anybody into your philosophy, into your beliefs. Just be it. Live it.
Just be.
And love it. And embrace it.
So before we leave, can you let people know how they can reach out to you if they come here during the weekend? They take one of your classes.
Yeah.
Or do you do? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
So it's Rosamae Kitchen. You can follow me on there. The information is gonna be written down here somewhere, here or somewhere. And in Rosamae Kitchen, I don't do videos yet. I will start doing videos. Actually, I'm gonna do a video, a small video now with her to just start.
And when you start doing his videos, I'm gonna link it.
I promise I will build up as a vegan chef, whatever, bodybuilder, and I would just go with sure videos, but someday. But the thing is, just contact me. I think the best way to know a vegan country, the vegan country, is knowing someone that knows, that is passionate about, and if I am around, I would be very happy to. I'm here on holidays too. I'm not holidays. I'm visiting to do some stuff, and I just bump into her. But if you tell me on time in advance, we can arrange maybe something, or I can give you a list or whatever. I'm open because in this world we all need from each other to thrive. And when we travel, we can have a list of everything, but for example, this is not on the list.
Yeah, it's not.
We went. We're gonna go have later on some tlacoyos, and it's not on the list. It's the stuff that is not on the list because people don't talk about that much. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gracias. Follow us.